Republican lawmakers in Texas will try to vote again tomorrow on new congressional maps aimed at picking up more Republican seats. State legislatures were unable to vote on Friday because too many Democrats remain outside the state. As they try for a fourth time, the question now is whether there'll be a quorum tomorrow. Now, it comes as the state's Republican Attorney General is suing to remove 13 Democrats from their elected positions over the walkout. Joining me now is Democratic Texas State Representative John Bucy. Representative Bucy, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. You're in the Chicago area right now. At this point, is there really anything stopping Republicans in Texas and Democrats in other states from redrawing the maps?
Look, they don't have a quorum. We have a political constitutional right to stop them from having a body and to have quorum, and we're not going to let them do it. They will not have quorum tomorrow. And as far as I'm concerned, they won't have it for the rest of the special session. We are fighting to stop Donald Trump and Greg Abbott from stealing 5 congressional seats away from the people of Texas. And why that matters, if they're successful and if he can rig the election and hold on to Congress, then he will continue to cut health care for millions of Americans. Texas Democrats are standing up against this.
Now, what do you say to your constituents in Texas looking for flood help in this special session?
You know, I saw your earlier segment from Wisconsin, and it reminds me of what happened in the Texas Hill Country. It's devastating. We had 137 Texans lose their life, including a cabin full of 8-year-old girls that were washed away in the middle of the night. Governor Greg Abbott has executive power to help them today. We should not let the sun set before he takes action to help the victims of the Texas Hill Country. He is using them for political pawns to try to do Donald Trump's dirty work and take away the voice of the people of Texas. So to them, I would say, we've got your back and we're going to continue to fight for you, and we're going to continue to demand that Greg Abbott take action and support you.
Now, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, he's suing to have you and your colleagues removed from office. So what's your plan to fight those efforts?
Look, you know, Ken Paxton's a crook and a joke, and everyone in Texas knows it. He has done things that are beyond the pale. He has, in fact, asked for his supporters to hunt us down, and that has led to bomb threats and other violent language used against us online. This is unacceptable behavior. He's showing that he lacks leadership. And so instead of being able to stand up to Donald Trump to focus on the people of Texas, he is bending over for Donald Trump to make sure that they get steal the election and not serve the people of our state.
Now, Representative Bucy, you and your Democratic colleagues' efforts is definitely noted, but the Texas Democrats lost the last fight against redistricting in 2021. So how would this time be any different?
Well, you know, they talk about these maps being a problem, and that's why they deserve it. Well, they're the ones that drew those maps. These are Republican maps, and these are going to be new Republican maps if they're able to pass it. I voted against those last maps. I've been a part of other quorum breaks. We've used them to successfully make positive political change and policy change, and that's what we're doing right now. We're having a conversation with the American people, and I'm excited to see the American people really have our back and support us. We're now seeing Democratic governors from across this country show that Democrats fight back. And while we hope that Donald Trump and Greg Abbott don't break the system and rig the game and steal the next election, if they do move forward with that, we're going to fight fire with fire.
Now, Representative Bucy, I have to ask, are you and your colleagues concerned that the federal government, in the way of the FBI, has now been tasked to find you and bring you back to the state? What is your plan to combat that?
Look, we're not concerned at all. This is the actions of small men. This isn't something that you see in America. To use law enforcement to go after your political opponents, it's disgraceful. Donald Trump is an embarrassment, and they know it. They know that they can't win in the election, so they're trying to use intimidation tactics that aren't going to work against us. This is bigger than the 50 plus of us that are here. We're fighting to protect the American experiment while they're using bluster to try to come after us.
Texas State Representative John Bucy, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
You got it.